You preach positivity, but what if your child reflects your hidden flaws? In The Echo in the Backseat, a father faces a shocking truth. The negativity he loathed in his daughter came directly from him. Prepare to confront your own influence and discover how changing yourself can truly transform your child. A powerful realization awaits you. Mark gripped the steering wheel, his knuckles white against the worn leather. Beside him, Lily hummed quietly, a world away from the knot of anxiety tightening in his chest. He glanced at her, a fleeting smile touching his lips, despite the worry gnawing at him. Lately, Lily had picked up a phrase that made Mark cringe. "This is just a total disaster." It echoed through their home, turning minor mishaps into major dramas. And Mark couldn't figure out where she'd learned it. "Sweetie, that's a little negative, don't you think?" Mark had said the first time, hoping to gently steer her away from the dramatic pronouncements, but the phrase stuck, clinging like a stubborn weed. Mark was baffled. He prided himself on being a positive influence, yet here was Lily, echoing negativity he couldn't trace back to himself. Or could he? "You have to stop saying that, Lily," he told her, his voice sharper than he intended. "It's not how we deal with problems. We stay calm." Lily would nod, her eyes wide, but a few minutes later the dreaded phrase would slip out again, a tiny echo of despair. One rainy afternoon, stuck in traffic, Mark felt his own frustration bubble over. The cars were a metal river, unmoving and endless. "Great! We're never going to make it on time," he muttered, his voice thick with annoyance. Then louder, "This is just a total disaster!" From the back seat, Lily repeated him perfectly, her voice small but clear. A total disaster. The echo wasn't just a phrase, it was a mirror. Mark saw his own negativity reflected in his daughter's innocent voice. He had been so busy blaming outside influences, he'd failed to see the source was right in front of him, himself. The anger melted, replaced by a quiet discomfort. Lily wasn't just repeating words, she was learning from him. "Daddy shouldn't have said that," Mark said, his voice softer now. "It's a grumpy thing to say." Lily tilted her head, watching him carefully, as if trying to decipher the change in his tone. "Let's make a deal," Mark continued, realizing the power of his words more than ever before. "We're a team. If you ever hear me say, 'That's a total disaster,' you can tell me to stop," Mark promised, "and I'll do the same for you." Happy, Lily's face brightened, a genuine smile spreading across her face. "Okay, Daddy." The car no longer felt like a trapped box, but a space for learning and kindness. Mark realized he couldn't fix Lily without fixing himself first. The rest of the drive wasn't perfect, but Mark caught himself more often than not. Sometimes Lily reminded him with a cheerful, "Dad, remember our deal?" He was no longer just a father stopping a bad habit, but a guide walking hand in hand with Lily. By the time the traffic cleared, Mark felt lighter, more hopeful. He could still hear the echo of their promise, a gentle reminder of who he wanted to be. Mark learned that day that children are not just hearing our words, but echoing our hearts. And that the greatest gift a parent can give is not just guidance, but also a willingness to learn and grow alongside their child. From that day forward, Mark consciously worked on his own reactions, understanding that his actions spoke louder than his words.